Hi YouTube, I know it's been a long time since I've made a video, but I just thought I'd try and catch up for you. What I do when I'm, got a lot of gigs going on, have to sing quite a bit, and how I get through that. So let's start. So yesterday I was singing in Manchester, which is about an hour and a half away from where I live. It was a solo gig, so I was singing to backing tracks, and I sang for 245 minutes. All big songs, Whitney Houston, Candy Staton, all up tempo, nothing really particularly slow. So did that gig, and today I'm down in Crawley, where I'm singing again this evening. So in between the two gigs, again singing with backing tracks, singing solo. Going to be doing about 2 hours and 245 minutes, sorry, sets. So clearly my voice is going to be working very, very hard over these 2 days. So I just wanted to try and explain to you how I managed to get through the 2 gigs and not lose my voice and not damage my voice. I don't know if you've seen any of my other videos where I talk about my problems with vocal cord paralysis. I had that in about 2012, and I wouldn't say it's cured by any stretch, but I certainly can do the job I love now, which is to sing as a full-time professional singer. So I'm obviously doing something that's working to be able to enable that. Okay, so what I want you to first of all try and visualise is the vocal cord mechanism. So I try and imagine a trampoline, and you've just sliced a big score down the middle. So the 2 skins that you usually jump on have been made into 2, and imagine they are your vocal cords, and then the elastic ropes that connect all of the jumping pad to the frame, the metal frame, imagine they are the muscles that surround your vocal cords. So it's a very similar thing that's happening down in your throat. You've got 2 vocal cords, they're connected with muscles to the exterior of your neck, and then they vibrate against each other. So what a lot of people tend to do when their voices are tired, the vocal cord edges are the parts that get very inflamed and very swollen and sore. But also what's missing from that is the muscles that surround the vocal cords. Imagine if you'd done a marathon, for instance, and you'd gone to lie down, gone to rest after doing your marathon, and then the next morning you got up and you realised all your muscles are stiff. Same thing happens with your vocal cords. So whilst you can avoid straining your vocal cord edges any further, you can actually give your vocal cord muscles a bit of a relaxing massage to get them ready for your next gig, and which is what exactly what I try and do. So for instance, today driving to this gig, I've been in the car for 3 hours. It's very tempting to want to sing for those 3 hours as I'm driving to the next gig, and put even more strain onto my vocal cords. But what I actually do is focus on trying to massage the muscles that surround the vocal cords, because when the muscles are relaxed, it allows the vocal cords to sit properly in the place where they vibrate the best. So if there's tension in the muscles around your vocal cords, it tends to lift up the voice box, and vibrating the sound isn't as effective, and that's when people tend to put a strain on their vocal cords by pushing the sound, pushing the air far too forcefully, causing those vocal cords to smack together, and then cause irritation and more irritation than the vocal cords can cope with. So trying to get your muscles to relax is key. So when I first started making videos about my voice, I don't know if anyone can remember seeing when I opened my mouth, you could actually see my tongue was sitting at 2 different heights. So I'll just show you now. So one side of my tongue used to be quite high up, and that was down to the tongue, the scar tissue on this right side of my neck was causing my tongue to be tight and bulged at the back. that I'm pleased to say has gone away now, which makes connecting my vocal cords a hell of a lot easier than it was 4 or 5 years ago. So down to the exercises. Unfortunately, the muscles that we need to try and relax are deep inside this whole space here. They're not particularly easy to get hold of and to relax. But two big ones, let me move my hair out of the way, these two here, checked what they were called. They are the sternocleidomastoid muscles. These two big fat babies here are, mine are tense. I don't know how yours feel, but mine are tense, and they're especially tense just behind my ear here. Okay, so if I give them a good old rub, you can feel so many different layers to them, like almost like hundreds of elastic bands all sat together. And as you get deeper into that rubbing and massage, you can feel like, I can feel a tenderness, and especially on the side which is weaker for me, the side where I've had all my vocal problems, it's very tense, and in fact it sends more of a strain right over this part of my body as I massage those. So that's really nice to just give that a good old press and a rub, not to be too vigorous and aggressive with this. And again, I don't want to be giving any advice out to anybody unless they check in with their doctor. This is what works for me, so it's entirely at your own risk if you choose to do this. So rubbing there is fabulous, but also a little exercise that I do when I am rubbing this is to I don't know how to do it now. So what I'm actually doing is I'm getting the vocal cords to connect, but in a very gentle way. So I'm not causing them, even this talking to you in this video is causing my vocal cords to touch and vibrate together, which makes the sound, but just causing them to tickle each other almost, as well as massaging at the same time, is just giving him that encouragement to just take it easy. So most of the journey down today, the 3 hours that I've been in the car, I've been doing that. I haven't been doing a lot of singing because I can feel the edge of my vocal cords feel quite sore, quite dry. Getting on to dryness, hydration. Our bodies are 70% water, so we need to replenish the water in our muscles and in our sinews for them to operate correctly. So if you don't have enough water in your body, your muscles are going to be weak and fatigued and tired, and they're not going to be able to push and move where you need them to at the times when you're singing. So just hoping these few tips will make sense to you if you're singing a lot. I am going to try and do some more videos, especially because I've just been accepted onto a program to have a brace. I don't know if people can see this, but my bottom set of teeth, where it should look like a U, is more like a V. So this causes problems with my tongue sitting flat, and ultimately not being able to close my mouth properly means that my top sit will eventually go out of line. So I'm going to be having full train tracks, which I'm not too sure about, but I do intend to continue singing with them. So that's going to be an interesting few years whilst I'm having these tracks and continuing with my singing profession. So I will keep you posted with that, and happy singing.